what am I, a walking vagina?
Yeah. What's wrong with that, by the way?
Well, it feels like that you don't care about anything else but the whole.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So nothing I have to say, my life, kids, or like literally anything else but that. So I'm not a walking vagina.
Yeah.
I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues.
Welcome to another edition of Married Game Podcast. We are the voice you trust when it comes to lust.
That's good.
Well, it's because we're who you hire when they lack desire.
Here we go.
And if you want attraction, you're going to have to do the action.
That's
okay.
All true.
Hey, what?
It's all true.
It is all true. These are pithy little statements. I don't know if you guys can see this on the video, but my left arm in that camera looks insane. Does your arm look as insane as mine?
You can't tell, but it does inside.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
Okay, a short episode today because
just a little quickie.
A little quickie.
Yeah,
we're gonna do a quickie.
Sure.
A quickie with the gang. We're gonna do a quickie with the gang.
Sometimes we like it long. Sometimes we like a quickie. It's like everyone.
Some like it hot.
Okay.
Some like it hot. Some like it hot.
That's not a quickie.
No, that's hot.
Right to the point.
Okay, right to the point.
No foreplay.
Okay, so we have a statement in Married Game that says, her response does not dictate my standard. Her response only dictates how long I will put up with her living below my standard. Now, for a guy trying to get sex with his wife, there's a very good chance that he's not standing in his power. So this is going to be kind of a power dial one today. Remember how we were going to kind of hit some dials? So last time we hit player dial, and we talked a little bit about being flirty and when to say it and not be creepy. We just had an amazing coaching call.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if a lot of these people here listening to the podcast know that you jump on one of the coaching calls with me a week.
I love it so much.
Well, they love it so much. Like, we all just love hearing, because they're like, my coaching group knows who we are. We talk about everything.
Yeah.
And really break it down. Which, by the way, if you are struggling in your marriage, or even if you want a marriage from good to great, you need to go to marriedgame.com and you need to check out the video and you need to book a call with us. So that way we can get you set on the path. So the power dial. The power dial is talking about owning your power, not being needy, not needing validation, which is all the stuff that is just so lady boner killerish.
Exactly. I was literally going to say something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
why would I want to do someone who's whining about it?
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when a guy gets rejected, then they start pouting and it makes it even.
Or mad, like they have a reaction towards it. It's like, well, that's all you want. That's how women feel.
Totally.
Yeah.
So the concept here is very simple. The concept is this. I'm still in frame here. Let me make sure I set the thing up. I may have set it up wrong. And we're good. The concept here is real simple. And that is, her response does not dictate my standard. Her response does not dictate my standard, meaning a guy needs to set a standard that he's going to live this way no matter what.
That's attractive.
It's so attractive because when a gal knows a guy's just doing something for him, she believes it's a put on. It's not really who he is. It's just who he's becoming temporarily so that he can get something from her. Again, it's almost as if you women know men or your man is trying every angle to get in your pants.
And that's the only thing, which is gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it gross?
That's all you want. So I use the phrase, what am I, a walking vagina?
Yeah. What's wrong with that, by the way?
Well, it feels like that you don't care about anything else but the whole.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So nothing I have to say, my life, kids, or like literally anything else but that. So I'm not a walking vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when the power dial is about owning your power, it's almost, and I was telling the guys on the coaching call before, like, I've been with women and we've been hot and heavy, and we were going to town, and her underwear was on. And when I went to take it off, she's like, "Oh, I'm not ready for that." And of course, I jokingly said, "Well, I'll just fuck you right through your underwear, no problem." Of course, I'm kidding. I didn't say that. And I'm like, "I'm not in a rush. Like, no big deal."
Yeah.
And she's like, "That's the hottest thing I've ever heard
a
guy say." Why is that so hot?
Like, we are human.
Okay.
And all of us like something that we can't have.
Okay.
And it's all just inherently in us to want something that's like pushing back.
Okay.
So when you've been married for so long and you don't have that, it's so fun to play that married game, that game where it's like, I don't want you. You know, I don't need you. And you're like, wait, what? Why? And it's like being that little like secret or coy. That's the flirting part. And people in marriages forget to do that.
They really do.
So it's like I say, when you go back to how you were when you were dating, all that like anticipation and fun and pent up excitement, like that can come back in the marriage if you learn how to play the game, if you have fun with it.
Yeah. Well, this week we experienced some of this, and I want to make sure so the power dial, that concept we talk about, that concept of her response does not dictate my standard, we hammer it into myself first, and I live this, and then hammer it into the guys that follow us and pay us for coaching to be able to fix this problem once and for all. And what we do is be like, dude, you have to live this standard regardless, because if you don't live this standard and your wife doesn't want to have sex with you, or you end up in a divorce, guess who you're going to attract? Not somebody very attractive, because you're not very attractive.
Right.
And so when we say, hey, her response does not dictate your standard, her response only dictates how long you will put up with letting her live below your standard. So if a guy says, hey, it's not out of the norm to want to have a wife that wants to have sex with me twice a week. That shouldn't seem out of the norm.
Right.
And so he becomes the most attractive version of himself. He really actually does this thing. And then what happens? She goes, nah, I really don't. I'm not into it. Then that guy can go, oh, well, dude, I know the standard of guy that I am. I won't sell myself for anything. An analogy that came up with me, and then I want to talk about what happened with our texting this week, which I thought was really fun. And it was this. The analogy is like, if you, like, we have an Escalade. Do you know how much our Escalade is selling for right now?
No.
Like Garrett was looking into one because he wants to get rid of his Navigator. And I know how much we paid for ours. They are going for $100,000 more than what you and I paid for right now.
The one that I have right now?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So because they're so in demand, and people can't find them right here. And
it's such a nice one.
Yeah. So really excited about that. Garrett just told me that yesterday surfing. But then you get to say, wait a second. I know what kind of standard I am. So if somebody came and offered you $20,000 for your Escalade, which you and I know you paid 6 or 8 times more than that, will you take it? You'd be like, you wouldn't even have to think about it.
Yeah.
Because you know its value. And when a man lives at a high attractive standard, which is what we teach him, a provocateur, when a wife says, no, I'm just going to throw you crumbs, he goes, oh, that doesn't work here. Not because I'm pouty and like, I'm going to get you to do what I want, because he goes, oh, no, I live at a different standard.
Okay, bye.
Did you see it?
Love it.
That's what we're talking about here.
But that's the kind of man I have now.
Yeah.
And most women want. And when the man levels up, she'll most likely follow. And the ones that don't, then okay, bye.
Yeah. Well, this is why when a buddy of mine, it was Nick actually, he goes, hey, man, is it really 100% or is it really 95% the guy's fault? I'm like, it's actually 100%. He goes, what are you talking about? There's no way. There's got to be some of the women's fault. I go, listen, it's 95% of the dude's fault initially. But once that dude fixes it and then he settles for something less than what he knows he has earned, is worthy of, or deserves, then it's 100% on him to stay in that relationship. And so ultimately what we're saying is, the goal for the men that go through married game is to live at such a high standard. And it's interesting, the effort to live at a low standard and high standard, it's different, but it's not radically different.
Right?
It's nominally different, but the result is so asymmetric. It's a little bit of more effort, but a ton more results.
Yeah, just a little here, a little there. It just adds up.
It all adds
up.
It does. And so what we teach guys is how to become the most attractive version of you for you, so that way he can get to a point where he's empowered. And he goes, hey, I'm going to be sad to leave this. I don't want to leave this, but dude, I'm a really great dude. Now, the caveat is we give them some grace and let some time for some PTSD go by. What were you going to say?
Well, that energy behind all that, that's it right there.
The energy?
The energy behind all that is you're just relaxed about it. There's no emotion behind it. Then it's easier to flirt and fun and just be ourselves, with that being a bonus.
Yeah. Well, here we are. I totally agree with you.
Thank you.
Here we are, over 11 years doing us. And last week, I got a butterfly in my stomach waiting for one of your texts back to me. And I thought, wow, this is cool. Because you only get those texts like when you're dating somebody new, and you're like it's kind of it's up in the air.
It's mostly logistics.
Yeah. It can be mostly logistics for married couples, but having come swing by, I saw you at your mom's house.
I felt like I was like a teenager, and you were just coming to say hi, and we couldn't do anything, and my mom was around, and then you were gonna leave, so we had to make out behind the house real fast.
Yeah.
And then you left, and I'm like, wait. So that wanting more feeling, and I was like, wait, that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's those little things, and that's the type of stuff.
And what I text you.
You were excited.
What a man.
What a man with a drool emoji.
What a man.
That is what every guy wants his wife to say about him. It's like, wow, like every man wants his wife to be honored to be with him. Yet not every man is living at a standard that any woman would be honored to be with him. And I shared it this way, and this might ruffle a few feathers, but we're known for doing that. But I know this is the truth, and it's this. Most men make the woman, they are the earth, and the woman is the sun. And they are revolving around the woman. Women don't like that. I tell guys, I said, you need to become the sun that any woman would be so honored to be revolving around you.
You don't even choose a woman, me, to do that. Which I don't anyways. If I revolved around you, you'd be like, back off. I need space. And I think that's why we work so well.
Yeah.
Because we're both independent, strong people come together, and we are better together.
But it's more the woman revolves around the man than the man revolves. You're built to revolve around a man. Meaning this.
More.
Yeah, more.
Yeah. To serve.
I contend that a high-value woman, the thing she craves most and more of than anything in this world is the attention of a high-value man. Here's why. It's wired into her somehow.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how. It is. I didn't.
I'm more motherly. It's just inherent in me.
But the first man most women meet is the highest standard. It's the only standard, and that's their dad. And what do every little girl want? She wants her daddy's attention. And so she wants her daddy's attention, whether she got it or not. And this is where all the whole daddy issues comes from. Women, when a woman does a particular trade, strip, prostitute, adult movies, whatever, most guys like, oh, she's got daddy issues. Well, we don't know what daddy issues means. I know what daddy issues. Daddy issues is she wanted her dad's attention. She didn't get it. Now she's getting attention from others. I believe it's wired into a woman to want the attention of a high-valued man. I don't necessarily think a man is wired for wanting the attention of a high-value woman. It's different. It's
they have mommy issues.
Maybe so. But this, I wanted to kind of touch on this power dial, and I like how we're kind of hitting the dials and kind of playing with this. And letting people know a little bit more about our system so they can be like, wow, I see why he's had 250 dudes come through and people don't ask for a refund in this program for one simple reason. That is, we've taken a systematic approach of what actually attracts a woman. And it's so fun having you on this and that we get to banter back and forth so people can see that this isn't just some dude talking. This is a dude talking and his wife going, yeah, that actually is true.
We legit talk about our real fights and situations.
Yeah.
That come up.
And
currently,
even though we are a great marriage, and even though we have sex and we're really attracted to each other and we get butterfly sex, we still argue. I don't know why we would have to even say that, like everyone wouldn't know.
It should be just known.
It'd be like, well, of course you
that
are.
we're
You're
human.
two humans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like,
how I feel.
If my best friend drops in on me in a wave, I'd be like, what's up, fucker? That's
Yeah.
my wave. You know what I mean? Like it's that, it's built into us as humans. And so even last night when we went to bed, you know, pissed off at each other, we didn't like each other's actions. And you know, I woke up and like, hey, we disagreed.
This is why. Okay, move on. Honestly, It was like that easy. Just
It's like, hey,
whatever.
we disagreed.
You were mad. I was mad. Just who cares? I don't know.
I was telling Gary about this morning. He goes, "Oh, you guys are gonna fuck." He goes, something like, "Oh, I don't know what." It was something to the effect of, "Wow, you're gonna get laid. She's gonna fuck you hard tonight." And I'm like, if she's lucky.
Oh, man.
And they're like, oh, nice.
I want everyone to know I do not like angry sex.
You don't like it?
No, and I have to really be over our fight to like be happy about it.
Yeah.
Like happy, loving sex.
Yeah, that's your vibe.
Yeah.
Dude,
I will never do if I'm angry. I just wouldn't.
Women
I
love
know.
it.
I don't understand that.
I think it's
I'm
their
just
way of
mad.
connecting. We should get a girl. We should interview a girl on here who, if you
we should get a few girls in here and say what kind and just open them up
dude.
about things.
Why have we not gotten more women on this show?
It's just boring, you and me.
Why have we not got? We should get some of our friends who are either. I want wives because that long-term attraction and short-term attraction is very different. They're cousins that look the same, but they're different DNA. Short-term attraction and long-term attraction.
Yeah.
So ultimately, to just kind of wrap up today's show, it's this. The power dial is you are independent. You are sovereign. As a man, you're not needy validation. If your wife doesn't give you sex, then she doesn't get to be your wife.
Yeah.
If you are a provocateur, if you rise up to this standard, it sounds, you and I, this is how we talk. This is how we live. This is so elementary to us. But I remember a time when I didn't understand any of this, and all of this sounded brand new to me. Like I was learning a new language. And you're like, fucking finally.
Yeah.
And I believe, do you think this is true? I believe it's true that just about every woman is rooting for her man to get it together.
Well, yes. Then why would she have chosen him?
Yeah.
To say, I'm rooting for you. Please, can we work this out? No.
Yeah.
She wants it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, that is another edition, another episode. Any closing comments before I got a meeting here in just a little bit.
Let everyone know you have a meeting.
Why did I let everybody know I had a meeting? I don't know.
No, I'm good.
We're so
fun.
important. We have meetings right after this.
It's our little Jess talk.
It's not a TED Talk, but a Jess Talk. I love it.
JK talk.
All right. Hey, if you've loved this, like you genuinely have loved learning from us, will you please share the show? Why? We want millions of people to listen. We want millions of people to watch. We want to leave a massive impact, and we know that saving marriages is how we save the world. With that, keep crushing it. That shit's contagious.